And I did one game today on the machine that I could record. I played a few more games after, but on a different machine at a different shop. This one I'm trying something new again. The healing thing that I was testing out previously, it was okay, but I realized with the opponents I was going against, I need a second really reliable base attacker. So I kept Lacus, or Meer, I guess. I kept Meer, but I changed her suit. I got rid of the live performance Zaku, and instead I switched the Aegis from Lafter to Kira. And in this match, I put the Aile Strike with Lafter, so she could still pack a punch. But for Meer or Lacus or whatever, I did put a new suit, and I can't for the life of me remember which suit that was for a second, because there's a couple I was swapping out, and even looking at the picture, I'm not sure. Hang on a second, let me just glance, see what it is. Oh yes, it's the Jagd Doga, Quess's Jagd Doga. So the reason why I picked it is because not only is it a bit of a stronger base attacker, it can drop decoys, and I've been getting, or I should say I've been having a lot of trouble with players using decoys against me. Like, they're just constantly taking the attention of my unit attackers, and it keeps leaving me undefended. So I need something that's going to pull the attention off of my base attackers as well, and hopefully buy me more time. This was my first time testing it out, so I'm making a lot of mistakes here. Watching the replay, I'm noticing, like, I'm wondering why I'm not activating abilities at certain times. I don't even think I use my ability to recall and redeploy one of my units, even though I should have. And also in the later matches too, I've been having a lot of trouble with the timing of that and missing out on a chance to save units from being destroyed. So I've been playing around with some of the tactics cards as well. But for this was just testing out the ability of having decoys and see if it's giving any benefit for me at all. I also, in the later match, swapped out the Aile Strike for Miguel's Jin, also from Gundam Seed, because that also drops an additional unit, like a support unit. Not a decoy this time, this one actually fires. So it adds a little bit, very, very little, but a little bit of additional firepower onto a base when it's attacking, and also serves as a means of distracting the opponent. They need to destroy that too, or their attention, their focus might get locked on that unit instead of my main MS. So yeah, just watching through here, I think you're going to notice a lot of mistakes or a lot of poor timing choices on my part. Using, like here, I use my SP attack to try to take out one of their attackers, but at the same time, I had a clear shot with my base attacker. I believe it was Meer on the left side. I could use the SP on that, on his base instead. I shouldn't have wasted it on the just attacker unit. I honestly don't know why I did. I know I want to destroy it, I want to move on, get his base attacker destroyed as soon as possible, but at the same time, I had such a good opportunity to use Lacus. Now finally Kira coming out on the Aegis. And yeah, he has his defender on the right side base, going after Lafter, but that's good because now that I have two genuine base attackers, I'm not stuck like I have been in recent matches where suddenly, like, I'm blocked from doing anything because I only have one viable base attacker and he puts his defender on it. Here's where I dropped the 3 decoys, so it looks like 3 inflatable action figures on the board, and Yeah, in this match, it worked out well for me. It kept Meer alive for a long time. As you could see, his defender rushes over to there. But I recall while playing, she was sticking around the whole time. And here we go, where he has his base attacker, and it draws my attacker unit all the way back down to my outpost just to attack him. And see, this is something that still confuses me, because like you see the opponent, they'll drop their base attacker like deep in the territory so that it grabs the attention of all my units, and then all my red attackers chase him the whole way across the board. But I tried the same tactic, and I cannot get them to hold the attention the whole way. I don't know why. They're supposed to be following me, but they give up halfway through. That's another reason why I want some of the decoys. Just give them more targets to mess around with. Right now, 70-76, so it's a pretty close match. I think even with my mistakes, the other person I'm going against were similarly skilled, at least with the suits we're using. Even though the opponent is much higher level. Their personal level is 42. The rank is similar to mine. And did anything good come of this? Yeah, a lot of the times the attacks really weren't doing what I was expecting them to do. And again, more chances that I should be recalling a unit while I have a chance, so I don't get them destroyed and they're sitting out for repairs. But this match in particular, I missed so many opportunities, and I left myself wide open to situations like this where Mikazuki and Barbatos are destroyed. And I should recall them right away, so it would come out fresh. He was already down horribly low to begin with. Lafter's back at that base again. And you see Meer is still alive. She's still going strong on the other side, even though the defender is over there. Now, finally, I actually use a SP attack on the base, as I should have done before. So, nice massive hit. That's good. It's not destroyed, of course, but with the damage done on the other base, or the other outpost in this one, it does have me in the lead currently. And Meer finally gets taken out. So she lasted a long time. And now I use my MS ability, which is pretty much the same thing as the SP ability, just a wide funnel shaped shot hitting everything that's in it, which also is another thing that's been annoying me in these matches. Every time I trigger, like the freedom has two, the MS ability and the SP ability are all these wide angle shots that it'll hit every opponent inside that angle. Every time I pull it off, there's only one opponent in the angle. When I trigger it, it looks like I'm going to hit multiple, and by the time it goes off, only one's left inside there. Or I turn around and I cut everyone else out of the angle. So I need to work on timing, especially, look right there. I hit that so early. I was doing terrible this whole match, like all day today. I had some good matches, but the deck still needs tweaking. But definitely realized after a few matches that sadly I couldn't record with my healing team that I put together. It just was not doing what I needed it to do. I won maybe 3 out of 6 matches, 6 or 7 matches, and some of the losses were really one-sided. But I was going up against some pretty heavy or pretty strong opponents. So, yeah, I did have it stacked against me, but at the same time, it just wasn't doing what I needed it to do. So, now I'm trying out decoys. I might be getting, yeah, there were a couple hiccups on here. I thought it was my computer the first time, but no, it's the video file, so I think it's the actual recording unit on the machine I was using, so apologies for that. I think that's the last one. I might be getting Shinanju. and full frontal, both attacking version and base attacker version soon. And very, very narrow win. Very, very narrow win, 53-51. So it was a good match, all things considered, with how sloppy I was playing. I think if I handle myself better, I might have been able to have a higher or a wider gap for the win. But this definitely isn't a killer team, at least not yet. I'm still going to have to play around and tweak it, but I'm liking what I see so far. Also, I've been trying the Unite Tribe stuff, but I really don't know how to do it. And maybe I'll explain that in another video. But anyhow, yeah, I hope you enjoyed watching this and watching my sloppiness. And yeah, if you have any ideas or tips or suggestions for me, feel free to share them. Thanks. See you next time.